and women of our World War II generation. On this, the 67th anniversary of August 14, 1945, the day that war ended, the day the world began to heal. Throughout this week, communities all over America will be paying tribute to these ordinary heroes, these ordinary people who did extraordinary things.
Whereas August 14th, 1945 marked not only the end of the war, but also the beginning of an unprecedented era of rebuilding in which the United States led the effort to restore the shattered nations of the Allies and our defeated enemies alike, and to create institutions to work towards a more peaceful global community. Whereas the courage, dedication, self-sacrifice, and compassion of the World War II generation have inspired subsequent generations in the United States Armed Forces, including men and women currently serving in Iraq, Afghanistan, and elsewhere around the world. Whereas the entire World War II generation, military and civilian alike, has provided a model and community that serves as a source of inspiration for current and future generations of Americans to come together to work for the continued betterment of the United States and the world. And whereas the second Sunday in August has been proposed as the Spirit of 45 Day to commemorate the anniversary of the end of World War II on August 14th, 1945. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the House of Representatives with the Senate concurring that Congress supports the observance of the Spirit of 45 Day. At this time, we would like to thank all of our World War II veterans. If there are World War II veterans present and you're able to rise, please do so to be recognized.
The campaign she led, her name was Edith Slade. Now, most of you will not recognize the name, but you will recognize the pictures that she was in. Remember the nurse that was being kissed by that sailor in Times Square on August 14th, 1945? I think everyone has seen that picture and remembers it well. She was that nurse. Sadly, she passed away before her dreams could be realized of the National Day of Remembrance in honor of ordinary heroes of her generation that became a reality. Harold Skip Adams, retired United States Marine Corps, who served in Iwo Jima, had this to say: "My generation is now rapidly fading into history. I hope that all Americans will take a moment every year on the second Sunday in August to remember that day, to honor those who served and those who stood behind us, to remember the sacrifices of those who never came home, and to keep the spirit of 45 alive."
The second Sunday of every August is Spirit of 45 Day, a special day honoring the legacy of the World War II generation. Tonight, we mark that occasion with a concert that pays tribute to the Andrews sisters. They'll be coming on in just a few moments. Before we bring them on, a couple other little details I need to take care of. One is, after the concert this evening, if you need assistance leaving, please remain in your seats, and the guys will come around with the carts to help you back to your car. We're in front of hundreds of thousands of people in theaters, museums, memorials, air shows, and many more venues all over the United States. They bring fun and joy to all, including active military, all U.S. veterans, and especially World War II heroes. So, I think we have some young ladies coming over here in just a couple of minutes. And folks, I think we need to welcome them with a big round of applause.
throw their cares away. They all go la-dee-ah-dee-ah. When they hear a rumble on the floor, it's a big surprise they're waiting for. And all the couples for the ring. For miles around, you'll hear them sing. Roll out the barrel, we'll have a barrel of fun. Roll out the barrel, we got the blues on the run. Sing, move the railroad, ring out the song of the chief. Now's the time to roll the barrel, for the game's all here. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are Letters from Home, all the way from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and it is our mission to travel around the country honoring veterans and current military heroes, and also paying tribute to three pretty amazing women.
Patty, Maxine, and Laverne Andrews from Minnesota.
Patty was the youngest of the group and only 7 when they performed for the first time together. And together they recorded over 600 songs in their incredible career. Roll it out, roll it out, roll out the barrel. Dum-dum-da-dum-da-dum-dum-da-dum-da. Sing a song of good cheer for the whole gang is here. Roll it out, let's do the beer barrel polka. During World War II, the Andrews sisters entertained Allied forces extensively in America, Africa, and Italy, entertaining at Army, Navy, Marine, and Coast Guard bases, war zones, munitions factories, and hospitals. They even encouraged U.S. citizens to purchase war bonds with their own rendition of the Irving Berlin song, Any Bonds Today?
While touring, they often treated 3 random servicemen to dinner when they were dining out.
They also recorded a series of victory discs for distribution to Allied forces, donating their time for studio sessions. So this evening, we invite you to sit back, relax, sing along if you know the words, and enjoy a trip back to the 1940s with us.
And you won't even need a time machine.
We are going to get this evening started off with one of the Andrews sisters' most popular hits. It was written in 1942 and originally recorded for the musical film Private Buckaroo.
The song of a couple separated by the war.
I wrote my mother, I wrote my father, and now I'm writing you too. I'm sure of mother, I'm sure of father, and now I wanna be sure, very, very sure of you. Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me, anyone else but me, anyone else but me. No, 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 don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me, till I come marching home. Don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me, anyone else but me, anyone else but me. No, 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 don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me, till I come marching home. I'm so afraid that the plans we made underneath those moonlit skies will fade away and you're bound to stray. Stars get in your eyes, so don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me, till I come marching home. Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me, anyone else but me, anyone else but me. No, 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 don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me, I think it is? It is. I'm so afraid that the plans we made underneath those moonlit skies will fade away and the mountains stray and the stars get in your eyes. So don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me till I come marching home. Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me till I come marching home.
Will be Irving Berlin's first major hit.
Come on in here, come on in here, Alexander's ragtime band. Come on in here, come on in here, it's the best band in the land. They can play beautiful like you never heard before. So natural that you want to go to war. That's just the bestest band one in. Honeyland, come on along, come on along. Let me take you by the hand. Up to the man, up to the man, who's the leader of the band. And if you want to hear that Swanee River play, it's ragtime. Come on in here, come on in here, Alexander's ragtime band. Come on in here, come on in here, Alexander's ragtime band. Come on in here, come on in here, it's the best band in the land. They can play beautiful like you never heard before. So natural that you want to go to war. That's just the bestest band one in. Honeyland, come on along, come on along. Let me take you by the hand. Up to the man, up to the man, who's the leader of the band. And if you want to hear that Swanee River play, it's ragtime. Come on here, come on here, Alexander's ragtime band. Alexander's ragtime band.
In 1941, the Japanese launched a devastating surprise attack against the U.S. naval base in Pearl Harbor, killing some 3,000 Americans. But within days, young American men flocked to enlist in all branches of service to help their country. This next song is dedicated to all of you here, near and far, who have served or are currently serving to protect our country.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountain to the prairie, to
The 1940s were a time of war, and the Andrews sisters were famous for traveling all over the world to make the lives of troops brighter. In 1944, a young man named Bing Crosby was filming a movie called Going My Way. He invited musician Jimmy Van Heusen over for dinner one evening. However, at one point during that meal, Bing had to reprimand one of his children who was complaining about going to school by saying, "If you don't go to school, why, you might grow up to be a mule." You want that? Well, needless to say, one of the most popular songs of the 40s was born that night.
Would you like to swing on a star, carry moonbeams home in a jar, and be better off than you are? Ooh, or would you rather be a mule?
A mule is an animal with long funny ears. He kicks up at anything he hears. His back is brawny, but his brain is weak. He's just plain stupid with a stubborn streak. And by the way, if you hate to go to school,
You may grow up to be a mule. Or would you like to swing on a star, carry moonbeams home in a jar, and be better off than you are?
Ooh, or would you rather be a pig?
A pig is an animal with dirt on his face.
His shoes are a terrible disgrace.
He has no manners when he eats his food.
He's fat and lazy and extremely rude. So if you don't care a feather for a pig,
You may grow up to be a pig. Or would you like to swing on a star, carry moonbeams home in a jar, and be better off than you are?
ooh, or would you rather be a fish?
A fish is an animal that swims in the pool. He can't write his name or read a book. To fool the people is his only fault. And though he's slippery, he still gets caught. But then if that sort of life is what you wish,
You may grow up to be a fish. Or would you like to swing on a star, carry moonbeams home in a jar, and be better off than you are? Ooh, you could be swinging on a star, and all the monkeys are in the zoo. Every day you meet quite a few, so you see it's all up to you. You could be better than you are. You could be swinging on a star. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Patty, Maxine, and Laverne started their career at a young age, hitting the entertainment industry with what appeared to be overnight success, and becoming the first female harmony group to sell 1 million records in 1938. By the mid-1950s, the sisters had recorded over 400 songs, including 6 chart toppers and countless gold records, one of which included this famous song, "I'll Be With You in Apple Blossom Time."
I'll be with you in apple blossom time. I'll be with you to change your name to mine.
that's amazing. You know, all you have to do is think 1940s and there's the music. Oh, there we go.
I still enjoyed my song even without the music.
I think so.
You might have to come back to him a little bit later, girls. I think that's a fair thing to say.
It's true. It's very true. You know, I heard this joke the other day.
Oh, no.
Well, you know what? That's what they did back in the USO tours. They
Well-
told a lot of fantastic jokes.
I think the people who were good at telling jokes told the jokes. That's right.
There was this sound guy, you see? Yeah. This one right over here.
No, wait, this is good. Tell us what happened to him.
Yeah. Oh, it was tragic. Oh, it was tragic. Let me tell you something. Actually, you know, the sound guy ran out of gas on the way here today. Did you hear about that?
I didn't. What happened?
He ran out of gas, and this little bee flew into his car.
No.
It was horrible.
Not a bee.
I know, this is terrible. And so he flew into his car and he said, well, what seems to be the problem? And of course, the sound guy was like, well, besides the fact that I'm talking to bees and think I'm a little crazy, you know, I've just run out of gas. And so, so then he says, you want to check your mic while I'm telling the story? That's not what the bee said, but
Maybe I should keep talking
That's
so
a really
she
good
can't
one,
finish her
Erin. Where'd you come
joke.
up
What
with
do you
that
think?
one?
So anyway, the bee says, well, no problem if you ran out of gas. I'm going to go get some help. So our little sound guy here is like, oh man, that's just crazy. There's no way that actually happened. Well, all of a sudden, he hears this swarm of bees coming towards him. Zzz, all of this noise coming towards him. And the bee flies in his gas tank. And all his little bees fly right in the gas tank. And then they all fly out, and his little bee friend came up and said, okay, you should be good. And he said, well, what do you mean? And the bee said, well, turn on your engine. So he turned on his engine, and sure enough, there was a full tank of gas. And he said to his bee, well, how did you do that? What did you use for gas? And he said, BP. I promise you, Patty Andrews did not have that joke up her sleeve.
You know what, Erin?
What's that?
Are we good to go? Because I've got an even better way to take care of a sound guy.
Oh, I do too. Why don't you,
Heidi's got something behind her back that's a really good solution if you ever have a problem with a sound guy.
Yeah, I think we should sing a song dedicated to you two right there. Lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. Singing beer in the cabaret, was I having fun? Until one night she caught me right, and now I'm on the run. Oh, lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. I'll sing you every night, babe, and I'll woo you every day. I'll be your regular mama, and I'll put that gun away. Oh, lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. She kicked out my windshield, she hit me over the head. Did you now? Cussed and cried and said I lied, and she wished that I was dead. Oh, lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. We're three tough gals from deep down Texas way. We ain't got no pals. They don't like the way we play. We're a rough, rootin', tootin', shootin' trio. But you ought to see our sister Cleo. She's a terror, big new air, but there ain't no nicer terror. Here's what we tell her.
Lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down.
Happy made a batch of corn, the revenuers came. The job was slow, but now they know you can't do that to me. Oh, lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. Singing songs in a cabaret,
Was I having fun? Until one night it didn't seem right, and now I'm on the run. Oh, lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. Lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing
mama, lay that pistol down. Lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. Well, it seems like we have sound back, but it could just be an illusion. We'll find out soon. Well, how do we think? Let's give a round of applause to our sound guys at this time. We do. We love them both. We only met one today, but we love them both. In fact, the guy with less hair... Oh, actually, which one would that be? The guy with the big smile on his face and the black pants is my husband, and he tours with us all over the country, and we have a really good time, and his name is Nelson, and, well, we never thank him enough. So now that there's no sound, let's give him a nice big thank you. Ah, good times. You know, I was thinking about something the other day. What? I was thinking about that frog.
What frog is that?
The frog that's in the sound guy's pants. It's making all the sound disappear. No, actually, not that. The, I don't want to know about that frog. Maybe that didn't come out quite right. But you know, there was this frog that went into a loan office.
Hey, my jokes aren't that bad.
There you go. See, there was this frog that went into a loan office, and he walked up to the teller, and her name was Patricia Whack. You remember Patricia. And he walked up to her, and he said, "Hey, Patty, I need a loan. I only have this little pink plastic elephant for collateral, and my dad is Mick Jagger." And so she looks down at him and says, "That's ridiculous. I'm not going to give you a loan based off of that information." And he looks up at her, and he says, "Well, then I need to see your manager." So the manager comes out, and he's a big guy, and he says, "Hey, what seems to be the problem?" She says, "This frog wants a loan. All he has for collateral is that pink plastic toy, and he says his father's Mick Jagger." And of course, the manager says, "It's a knick-knack, paddywhack. Give the frog a loan. His old brand is a Rolling Stone." You better keep the sound on, because they just keep coming. They just keep coming. It is tough to keep power alive at a place like this, though. I wonder if maybe, I don't know if it would be a good idea to take a short intermission, and then perhaps we could come back with a different sound system, one that may be in the car that we just came from our last show with. That would be a great idea. So ladies and gentlemen, turn to the person to your right. Well, if you all do that, then you'll all be looking that way, won't you? Well, why don't you guys just turn to the person next to you, introduce yourself, and we'll be back in just about 10 minutes with the best show you have ever seen. So don't leave. We'll be back. Thanks so much. That they were selling earrings to pirates. Do you know how much they were selling them for?
No.
Buccaneer. This is great. Young man, where are you that told me that joke? Introduce yourself. Make yourself known. Yes, you gentlemen, you are awesome. That joke will tour the country now, along with us. Do we have to pay you royalty fees?
Say, what kind of maid is that? Man, that really spins my head. It doesn't sound like boogie woogie, but it's really got a beat. Seems to us that it's in 4. Let's hear it just once more. Come on and latch onto that rhythm, because the solid 4's my beat. Some folks like to hear 8-beat rhythm. I don't go for that stuff no more. Anytime you really want to send me, bounce me, brother, with the solid 4. Come on in, the whole place is jumping. Everybody's out on the floor. If you want to keep the rhythm pumping, bounce me, brother, with the solid 4. The boogie woogie was never like this. They got a new beat that no one can miss. If boogie woogie sends you like a singing did, 4 to the bar, will flip your lid. Move the tables and roll the rug up. Shut the windows and lock the door. While I try to dig a little brown jug up, bounce me, brother, with a solid 4. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. The joint is jumping as it never did before. Clang, 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 they're saying bounce me, brother, with a solid 4. The boogie woogie was never like this. You got a new beat that no one can miss. If boogie woogie sent you like a thing it did, 4 to the bar, will flip your lid. Move the tables and roll the rug up. Shut the windows and lock the door. While I try to dig a little brown jug up, bounce me brother with a solid four.
Called The Road to Rio with Bing Crosby. It was also that same year that this sweet little song called Near You was written by Francis Craig.
There's just one place for me, near you. It's like heaven to be near you. Times when we're apart, I can't face my heart. Say you'll never stray more than just 2 lips away. If my eyes could be spared, hear you.
Oh, I don't like that either.
Well, I've never been told no in my entire life. Really?
Really?
Well, maybe not really, but you know, I have been told yes in more than one way.
You know, I've heard that when you go to Spain, they say, oui.
Wait a minute, I went to Spain, and when I was there, often they told me, si, not we.
See, no, they say see in Russia.
Russia? Where are you getting your information from?
That's not true at all. Girls, 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 you know, it doesn't really matter how you say it, just as long as the answer is yes. It's true.
In Spain they say si, si. In France you'll hear oui, oui. Every little Dutch girl says yeah, yeah. Every little Russian says da, da. But sweetheart, tell me why. No matter how I try, you won't listen to my plea, won't say yes in any language to me. When will you say si, si?
Oh, yes? It's not rare that I'm told no, but there is somebody who's been telling me yes an awful lot lately, and I think he's in this audience today, and I'm talking to you. I've got something to say to you. Would you join me for a minute? This man, ladies and gentlemen, has been playing us all. Oh, yes. I've got something to say to you. Tell me your name.
Tandy.
Tandy. Well, Tandy, why don't you come and have a seat right here? You call everybody darling. Have a seat. And everybody calls you darling too. You don't mean what you're saying. It's just a game you're playing. But you'll find someone else can play the game as well as you. If you call everybody darling, then love won't come a-knocking on your door. And as the years go by, you'll sit and wonder why nobody calls you darling anymore. Sorry, Tandy.
You know, Tara, Tandy called me darling just last year.
Oh, but he called me darling last month.
Wait a minute, he called me darling last week.
What? I can't believe it.
I think you can play this song for a fool.
You know, you've been found out, and Tandy, we have got something to say to you.
Are you ready?
You call everybody darling, then love won't come a-knocking at your door evermore. And as the years go by, you'll sit and wonder why nobody calls you darling anymore.
Guess what, Tandy?
called everybody what?
Darling.
Oh, hear me, and everybody calls you darling too. How many times in the day do I say, you don't mean what you're saying? It's just a game you're playing, but you'll find someone else can play the game as well as you. Maybe better if you call everybody what? Darling. Then love won't come a-knocking at your door. Who's there? Not love. And as the years go by, you'll sit and wonder why nobody calls you darling anymore. Sorry, Tandy. Come on, darling, let's go back here and have a seat. I think that's darling back there too, isn't it?
I got to pay for this when I get home.
Oh. Well, it's okay. We took care of the problem. We called him out on it. It's okay.
You know, the Chattanooga Choo Choo came out in 1942 and was featured in the movie 3 Cheers for the Boys, and that starred Milton Berle. It was also one of the first films to feature the music of Glenn Miller and his orchestra. It was said that the writers of the music, Harry Warren and Mac Gordon, wrote it while they were traveling southbound on Birmingham Line's special train. After 1880, most trains bound for the south from northern places had to pass right through Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Pardon me, boy, is that the Chattanooga choo-choo? Right on track 29. Boy, you can give me a shine. I can afford to board the Chattanooga choo-choo. I got my fare and just a trifle to spare. You leave the Pennsylvania station about 3:45. Read a magazine and then you're in Baltimore. Dinner in the diner, nothing could be finer than to have your ham and eggs in Carolina. When you hear the whistle blowing 8 to the bar, then you know that Tennessee is not very far. Shovel all the coal in, gotta keep it rolling. Woo-hoo, Chattanooga, there you are. There's gonna be a certain party at the station, dressed in satin and lace. I used to call funny face. She's gonna cry until I tell her that I'll never roll. So Chattanooga choo-choo, won't you choo-choo me home? You leave the Pennsylvania station about 3:45. Read a magazine and then you're in Baltimore. Dinner in the diner, nothing could be finer than to have your ham and eggs in Carolina. When you hear the whistle blowing 8 to the bar, then you know that Tennessee is not very far. Shovel all the coal and gotta keep it rolling. Woo-hoo, Chattanooga, there you are. There's gonna be a certain party at the station, dressed in satin and lace. I used to call funny face. She's gonna cry until I tell her that I'll never roll. So Chattanooga choo-choo, won't you choo-choo me home? Chattanooga choo-choo, choo-choo me home. If you ever go down Trinidad, they make you feel so very glad. Calypso sing and make up rhyme, guarantee you one real good fine time. Drinking rum and Coca-Cola, Golden Point, Corona. Both mother and daughter
working for the Yankee dollar.
Oh, you know it. I heard that.
When the Yankees come to Trinidad, they got the young girls all going mad. Young girls say they treat them nice, make every day like paradise. Drinking rum and Coca-Cola, go down Point Cumana. Both mother and daughter, working for the Yankee dollar. Oh, you vex me, you vex me. From Chicken